This episode of the Perfect Podcast Show is sponsored by... Hey you, yeah you, are you sick of watching the same old programs over and over? You know the ones I'm talking about, the ones made with AI where you can enter your face, your name, and whatever you want the show to be. That's all the program we have in this current year of 2028, but boy, do they sure get boring. Every show and movie is me as the star. I always win. I always defeat the bad guy, and I always look cool. But man, is it boring. I wish there was something else. Well, now there is. Coming soon to the 100th streaming network that exists right now in this year of 2028 is a show written by humans. That's right. It stars humans, it's written by humans, and it's directed by humans. In fact, all of the cast and crew that made this production are all humans. So guess what? You're not gonna know what happens in it, and it's actually really enjoyable to watch. No AI made it at all. You should check it out. It's new, and it's unique, and it's made by humans. Because it is the year 2028. And that's the Perfect Podcast Show. Thank you for tuning in. We're live every Tuesday at noon Pacific time, where I attempt to do the perfect podcast. We'll see you next time right here on the USA Global TV Radio and Network. Bye. All right, no, fine, you can tie me up. Yep, okay. I thought that was a good show.
Well, it wasn't. It wasn't a good show. You're gonna have to do better if you want to get free.
I thought, I've been trying to do this, and I thought that was the perfect episode. And, why wasn't it perfect?
Well, it wasn't perfect. You have to get perfection. And until you have perfection, we will keep tying you up and keep you in this dungeon.
When I agreed to do the show, I thought it would be easy. Okay, perfect podcast. Oh, okay, that's fine, that's fun, that's easy, I didn't think you were actually going to make it it has to be perfect. I thought it was just a fun name, and it's I could do perfect, sure, fun and perfect.
You think this is a game? This is not a game. We are trying to get perfection on recording. This is what it's all about. There is so much content. Oh, the word content. There is so much content on the internet these days. Everybody and their mother and grandmother and dog even have a channel. Everyone is on a soapbox telling you how it is. Well, we just wanted to have a piece of content that would be actually perfect, where it was fun, entertaining, educational, perfect. And until you, Keith, create the perfect podcast, you're not going anywhere.
Yes, I know, okay? I know that was the deal. All right? I didn't think, I thought it was a joke. I'll have to be in a dungeon until I can do a perfect episode. I thought it was a joke, okay? And I know...
I'm not joking. This is not a laughing matter. This is very serious.
Okay, I know it's not a joke, it's not a laughing matter, okay? I didn't think I was gonna have to be stuck here this long. It has been almost 2 years, and I am trying to do the perfect episode. I'm interviewing great people. There's people calling in. I feel like it's entertaining and it's educational.
Having people call into the show is a good idea, except nobody seems to give you any advice. The calls are far from perfect, at the least.
I don't know if far from perfect at the least is a grammatically correct sentence.
Are you saying I'm not perfect?
I don't know, because it seems like you have a definition of perfect, so...
Oh, look at you, definition? See, you're the one who's not perfect, Keith. I am perfectly perfect and complete.
Okay, you're Perfect incomplete. Yep. Okay, you're perfect incomplete. That sounds like someone would say that who was not complete.
Excuse me, you seem to be forgetting who is the one with the keys to let you out of this dungeon. You are trying to analyze me? Is that what you're doing? Because you know what? That's not going to get you one step closer to getting free.
The deal was that I do a perfect podcast and then I'm free. That's the deal. It isn't that I have to be nice to you or that I have to do anything else or that you'll let me free otherwise. If I do a perfect episode, then I am free.
The perfect episode? All of your misspeaks clearly show that you're far from perfection, unlike I am.
My misspeaks? You literally just had a misspeak. You said my am. Were you going to say me and then you changed it to I? Is that what happened?
Don't judge me. This is how I speak, and how I speak is perfect.
Okay, so if how you speak is perfect and you have misspeaks, then why are my misspeaks not perfect?
Well, because I'm perfect and you're not. That's it. That settles it, okay? Because I am perfection. And until you, Keith, the host of...
Yes. The perfect podcast show.
Let me finish. You, Keith, the host of the perfect podcast show, until you create something that is perfect, you're not going anywhere.
Okay, there's just like one thing I don't get. Like, what do you get out of this? You're here too in this dungeon. What do you get? Okay?
Well, I can leave anytime I want, and I do leave. I go and I hang out with my friends, and I have a nice family, and you know, I leave.
It sounds to me like you're convincing me and you that you leave, and that you have a nice family and you have friends. It sounds like you're convincing me that, because it doesn't sound like you do.
Oh, there you go, trying to analyze me again. That's not perfect. I'm perfect. Don't analyze me because I'm perfect. I leave whenever I want, okay?
Fine, okay, you leave whenever you want. All right. I just don't get what you get out of this, okay? You're keeping me here. You feed me Ritz crackers every day with peanut butter, which I will say is a nice touch because I do like peanut butter.
Yes, peanut butter is the definition of perfection. It's peanuts and it's butter, and you can choose between smooth or crunchy. You have options. It isn't one size fits all.
Yeah, I know how peanut butter works.
Yes, but then if you don't want peanuts, you can have almond butter or cashew butter or even cookie butter, which is a whole nother thing completely. It's not even a nut. And to me, that's perfection.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Something that's not a nut is perfection? Is that what you're saying?
I'm just saying peanut butter is perfection.
And cookie butter.
Yes, all butters.
So all butters are perfection is what you're saying. All margarine, is that perfection?
Yes, perfection.
Okay, so then I need more butter on the show. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, don't try to figure out clues and Easter eggs of what I think you should have on the show. All you have to do is make it perfect.
Yes, I know, but what is the definition of perfect?
The definition of perfect is me and peanut butter.
Okay, that's something. So if I have you on the show and peanut butter, then would it be perfect?
That is a start. That is a start. But no, that would not be perfect yet. It would not be perfect because you have to make everything perfect.
Okay, I know. Everything has to be perfect on the show. The calls have to be perfect. The ads have to be perfect. The lighting has to be perfect. The sound has to be perfect. And there can't be any misspeaks because misspeaks aren't perfect.
Just like what you just did. A messing up of the words.
You just messed up the words too. So if you say you're perfect and you mess up words and you have misspeaks, that means misspeaks are perfect. That's what I don't understand.
Yes, you'll never understand because you're not perfect like me.
Okay, fine. I'm not perfect like you, but if you are a guest on the show.
Me? A guest on the show?
Yes, if you are a guest on the show and there happens to be peanut butter, Do you think that could be a step in the right direction of perfection?
You rhymed.
Okay, never mind me rhyming or not. If you were a guest on the show one of these weeks and I had peanut butter,
Crunchy and smooth?
I mean, you give it to me, so if you give me crunchy or smooth, there'll be peanut butter on the show. You'll be the guest. Could that be perfect?
I mean, I would watch a podcast if I was on it and there was peanut butter, so I think it could be a step in the right direction.
Okay. And you know what? While you're here, I just gotta ask you, like, a podcast are usually audio-based, and this is mostly video, not really audio. Like, if people are just listening to audio, they're missing a lot of the visual stuff that happens in the show. So isn't it more like a vodcast?
Yes, but vodcasts aren't perfect. They went away. No one cares about a vodcast anymore. Everybody has a podcast. Listen to my podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget. Don't forget.
Yeah, I know. I get that because, like, when I'm watching something, when I'm listening to something, what happens later on in the day is I go, oh no, I forgot to like and subscribe. Oh, I forgot. No, and usually what happens is I don't want to. And if I like the content, then I will like and subscribe.
Yes, exactly. It is not about forgetting. It is about enjoying the content and you want to see more. And if you create the perfect podcast, then more people will probably like and subscribe.
Yes, but this is a bit of a conundrum because once I create the perfect podcast, I'll be set free. Is not the deal?
You and your misspeaks. I understand what you're asking. Yes, once you create the perfect podcast, then I will set you free. Exactly.
Okay, but once I'm set free, then I won't be doing the podcast anymore. So if you have the perfect episode, and now people will like and subscribe, there won't be any podcast. It sounds like a bit of a catch-22, no?
Catch-22. I was just thinking about the time I caught 22 peanuts in my mouth and made peanut butter.
In your mouth?
Yes, peanut butter in my mouth. Ha ha ha. But anyways, yes. Once the perfect podcast is complete, then we will have enough likes and subscribes to set you free.
Wait a second, so now I'm only set free if there's likes and subscribes? I thought it was if it's a perfect episode.
Yes, exactly.
I'm confused. Is it if I make the perfect episode, I'm set free, or does it have to do with the numbers of likes and subscribes?
No. It's just about creating the perfect episode. Once you do that, then enough people will want to like and subscribe, and then we will have a successful podcast.
Okay, again, once we make the perfect episode, you're going to set me free, right?
Yes.
Okay, and once you set me free, I'm out of here. I'm not going to stay here in a dungeon in the middle of nowhere to make a podcast if I'm free once I can be set free.
Well, you might. Once you see how many people remember to like and subscribe, you'll probably want to stick around.
Okay, I honestly don't think I will because I want something else to eat besides Ritz crackers and my freedom. But as long as the deal is that once the perfect episode is complete, I will be set free, fine. Yeah, okay, maybe I'll stick around.
Maybe. I'll take your misspeaks and I will definitely see you sticking around.
Okay.
Like peanut butter.
What do you mean like peanut butter?
Sticking around because, peanut butter is sticky.
Yeah, I guess peanut butter is sticky. People describe it more like smooth.
Yes. Smooth and crunchy.
Okay. Anyways, so we agreed that you were going to be a guest on the show, and then maybe that will be the perfect episode because you are the guest. And if you are the guest on the show and there is peanut butter, yes, I know, then maybe that will be a large step towards perfection, which means if the episode's perfect, I will be set free.
Well, you twisted my arm. You're quite the negotiator, quite the deal maker, quite the guy who figures things out, except for perfection, because you're not doing that so good yet. But yes, I will be a guest on the Imperfect Podcast Show.
That's not the name of the show. It's Perfect Podcast Show. You named it because you want it to be perfect.
Yes, but right now it's imperfect. But I will be a guest on your show. and maybe that will allow the show to be perfect.
Okay, good. Well, we have a deal. And I look forward to having you on a future episode, and maybe it will be perfect and there will be peanut butter. Yes. All right, so can I have Ritz crackers now?
Yes, I was feeling a little peckish myself, so I'm going to get some Ritz for myself, and I'll give you some as well.
If you can eat other things besides Ritz, you're feeding only me. You're me only Ritz, but you can have other things.
Why have other things when Ritz and peanut butter exist?
All right, do what you want. But I'm looking forward to having you on, and hopefully I can get out of here because I made the perfect episode.
Oh, I was just thinking about peanut butter again.
All right, whatever. See you soon. Hi there. Thanks for calling the Perfect Podcast Show. Leave your message and we'll play it on the air. How was that? Does that work?
Hi, this is Jerry Seinfeld, and I'm calling to say, why did you make an entire show about poo? It's called the Perfect Poocast Show. That's what it is. A show about poo. Hey, you do what you need to do. I wouldn't do it. But that's just me, Jerry Seinfeld.
Keith is a host, he's got the most. Talking on the mic like a ghost. The Perfect Podcast Show, that's what they say. But they call it a poocast, it's not okay. Trying to be perfect, but falling short. Keith's got the passion, but he's got us no. Emotions run wild, aggressive and sad. But at the end of the day, it's all just a gag. The Perfect Podcast Show, it's a roller coaster ride. Emotional, aggressive, sad, sometimes funny inside. Don't be fooled by the name, it's not what it seems. Keith is the host living out his podcast dreams.